Hello and welcome to 5 Minutes for 4 Weeks, a series in which I live stream myself practicing a song for 5 minutes a day for 6 days a week for 4 weeks, totaling 2 hours of practice time spread across 24 sessions to show what is possible with, albeit short, consistent practice and hopefully inspire the viewer to take on tasks perhaps seen as daunting as well. This is day one of the new piece, the new piece being Yes's Owner of a Lonely Heart. I want to mention a little bit of background information about the piece, and then why I chose the piece, and then just some FFF 5 minutes for 4 weeks rules. Just a little background information in case you're new to this. Um, Owner of a Lonely Heart is the first track and single from Yes's 11th studio album from the year 1983. Album was called 90125, which is not a zip code. I mean, it is a zip code probably, but it's named after the catalog number for the album. Two different Trevors involved. Trevor Rabin is the one who wrote it. He was going to the bathroom, and then he just wrote the whole thing beginning to end. And he recorded it using a 4-track tape machine, and then basically it was pitched to various record companies who did not have an interest in it. Finally, it was they were working on it with Yes, and then Yes's singer Trevor Horn didn't really like the lyrics and told the first Trevor Rabin to rewrite the lyrics. Finally took him 7 months. He finally agreed. And then there was just a lot. There was a lot of interesting history with it, which I did not know. Um, so one of the band members, John Anderson, wrote the line, "Watch it now, the eagle in the sky," and then Horn, and then the sound engineer Gary Langan didn't like it, so that's why there's the gunshot sound effect right afterwards. They're shooting the eagle down, um, and then it even got to the point that Trevor Horn did not like some of the lyrics that Anderson wrote and sang, and then basically had to I guess he edited them out and then re-recorded them himself with himself trying to sound like Anderson. So I didn't check it out, but apparently if you listen to it, you can hear a slight difference, and then that's not Anderson singing those lines. That's Rabin. So that was interesting. The song itself is popular, has been covered and sampled many times. In regarding placement, U.S. Billboard Hot 100, U.S. Mainstream Rock, and U.S. Cash Box Top 100, number one in all of those ratings. Um, why I chose this piece? So, I plan on visiting my friend Lala in a few weeks, and so when I'm visiting, I plan on streaming there as well. So I figured it'd be nice to play a piece that she liked. So I sent her my big list, which by Lala, by the way, if you're watching, like these are where I have all those songs, and what you're not seeing are the other ones, which I did not have a chance to enter yet. But over here, can they be seen? Maybe those are all now they're fallen, but those are all more sheet music books. So I got a lot of these songs. Anyway, Lala sent me a list of, like 3 songs that she liked on the list. The fourth one, which was not on the list, and she mentioned that a song by Yes. I'm not even sure which one you mentioned, Lala, but you said that you liked the song by Yes, and that they were. Lala said that she taught one of the band members' daughters how to swim, and then she mentioned Yes, and I was like, oh, I like the song "Owner of a Lonely Heart." And then she was like, "Okay, fine, let's go with that one." So that's how I came to that. A little bit of other cute background with this piece. I was at my synagogue maybe a month ago or so, 5 weeks ago, whatever, and I was just singing the chorus for whatever reason, and then from 30 feet away, whatever, I hear one of the 10-year-old kids. He's like, I know that song, and he was like in the corner. There's like this little office in the corner which he wasn't supposed to be in, and he just totally betrayed himself being in. He was like, I like that song, um, so that was funny. And it's cool. This kid likes a lot of '80s rock, so I like that's a fun dynamic we have. Um, anyway, so Lala, the song is for you. And just for you and for anyone not too familiar with this process, it's 5 minutes a day that I play. The piece, I might play other pieces during my free time, but once the timer goes off, I stop practicing the piece until the next day, until the next session. Right? I don't stream on Saturdays, so the schedule is Sunday through Friday, 7:40 a.m. Eastern time. For anyone watching live, I'm around 3 hours late today. Hopefully, it should be around regular time the rest of the sessions, except for when I'm visiting Lala, because it's different time zones. Figure that out. But otherwise, that's also I want to mention that week one tends to be a little bit slow because there's nothing to practice today. Tomorrow, practicing whatever a little bit I was able to learn today, and then it adds on like that. Week two and week three are really fun because it's a lot of material. Piece begins to sound recognizable, and then week four is kind of like usually depends on how much of the piece I'm actually getting around to play. But like with, for instance, last song, I already by week four I was already playing the whole piece. I think by the end of week three, so week four was just kind of like going over the mistakes, just smoothing everything out, which is not as interesting as learning the new material. But if you watch the process overall, I think it can be enjoyable. What I do now is I change the book. I don't like to change the book while, and like right on day 24, right after the piece is over. It just kind of gives off the impression like, oh, I'm glad to get that song over with. And I like to give the song a little bit of honor still, and so I'm keeping the book there until the next piece, unless of course it is the same book. But in this case, it's not. Previous book I did for my own worst enemy was the Ultimate Rock Guitar Fake book, and I'm changing it for this one, Guitar Tab White Pages. Well, this is another reason why I have so many songs. It's because each of these 5 books, actually, this one is bass, but these 3 and then this, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 150 songs. It's called the White Pages because it's the size of a phone book. And really fun because even if you only know 30 songs, it's the book itself is around $30. So $1 song's pretty good. One more cute thing, when I changed the title here for my own worst enemy, the owner of a lonely heart, when I was changing it on like the YouTube title ever, I just kept the own from my own worst enemy and used it here for owner of a lonely heart. So I like to recycle like that. It's not the first time I've done that. It's kind of fun. All right. About to get started. Owner of a lonely heart. Let's see what page it's on. I did look at this, not to try to learn it, but I looked at it the other week, or maybe last week or so, when Lala made when Lala said that she would like me to do that one, and I just looked at it to make sure that it was feasible. Also, I do have the bass for it in that bass book I just showed you, so I wanted to see which one was more interesting to play. And I was going to give you the choice, Lala. In theory, actually, I have a what do you call it? A uke bass, which is smaller than my guitar, and that would be easier to transport to visit. But the guitar is as I was going to mention that, and I didn't want you to say the bass just because it's easier to take. So I just decided to go with the guitar because it's more fun, and also like if we're sitting around the campfire or whatever, a fun thing to play. All right. Oh, it's artist listing. That's why. Yes, oh no, 582. What's cool about these books is they also have it organized by artist rather than just by song title, which is why it took me a moment. At first, I was looking for the O for owner instead of the Y for yes. So you're able to see other songs that you like by the same artist, kind of thing, or just like I wonder how many songs there are by whoever, Elvis Presley. What's funny about these books is that you have stuff from Presley through Metallica, just it's not like rock only, it's all these different genres. See how this like funny little 1950s thing in there also. Okay. I usually have a timer behind me. I'm not sure what happened to it. I was streaming outside the past week or so possibly when I came back in I misplaced it. So I do want to find that, but in the meantime I have a timer on the computer. I plan on using that. Hi Dad, thank you for joining. Quotation of the day. Day 1 tends to be long. There's just a lot of housekeeping, etc. Day 24 also. But otherwise the stream's around 7-8 minutes. 5, 2 minutes, 3 minutes of talking. It takes both rain and sunshine to make a rainbow. It's good. Metaphors, but it's the adversary and then the standing up to it, which allows us to create the beautiful things in life, our own personal rainbows. So I like that. Okay, I got the timer here. I'm just trying to move it a bit so it takes up less space. I can also shrink it like that. Or can I? Yeah, I can. Okay. I like the physical. I always like physical things better, but physical timer is just easier. Okay, I don't need to see that behind me. I have this over here, and the timer starts in 3, 2, 1, now. Okay. Okay. No sharps or flats. All right, here we go. Bottom A, middle E, top A. Power chord. But this doesn't want me playing it there. I want to playing it over here, which is fine. Okay. From there, different chord. It's going up. So now B, F, B, and on the bottom it's a F on the bottom also. So is that just a 4? Like a no. F, B. Something's wrong. That's my phone, by the way. You can ignore that. Come on. Not sure that's right. It is right. I'm just gonna have to practice that stretch. So it's what's after that? C in the bottom, G, C, and then everything's up. And you got a G over there. So 2 more frets. So and the last one is D, A, D. The rhythm's not correct at this point, but the chords are. But okay, it's saying it's not a power. It's just a power. Okay. Hold on a second. F sharp. Yeah. Oh, 2 G. Oh, I see. Okay, so in the B. All right. So, and I gotta work on that buzzing. Sorry, guys. I did tune this, right? Yes. Why does that sound so? That's right. And then where does it want to go? The D. Fifth fret. No, here. Yeah. Alright, I got a minute and 15 seconds to work at the rhythm. 1, 1, and 2, 1, and 1, and 2, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, So slowing it down. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and through and 2 and 3. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. There we go. 30 seconds. Go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 2, 2, 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and that's time. I didn't even notice the timer go off because there's no noise for the timer. That makes no sense. Okay, it might have gone a few seconds over. I'm not sure. Anyway, a few things. I knew the chord progression. I was looking at it when I was just looking at. Actually, did read the song lyrics yesterday or the day before, and I was looking at the lyrics. I'm like, the chorus makes sense. Owner of a lonely heart, much better than the owner of a broken heart, which is the old. Is the word adage or adage? I think it's adage. That there are those who say it's better to have loved and lost than to never have loved at all. But then this song is saying no, it's not. It's saying that to have a heart broken is worse than being lonely. So that makes sense. That's understandable. And I was reading the rest of the lyrics, and it's just like poetry that you have to read in school, and like it just doesn't make any sense. It's like it's a good thing that there's like good catchy rhythm under and tune, because otherwise the lyric. I don't know. I mean, this is a subjective thing, but the lyrics don't really make sense to me. Move yourself. You always live your life, never thinking of the future. Okay, fine. That makes sense so far. Prove yourself. You are the move you make. Take your chances, win or loser. See yourself. You are the steps you take. You and you. That's the only way. Shake yourself. You're every move you make. So the story goes. It's like it's some underlying theme, but like it doesn't really make too much sense. Okay. Anyway, I saw the chord progression. It's A, B, C, D. So they're just moving right up the neck. So I kind of knew that, but like technically that's like, I don't know, in my book that's cheating, or at least like I need to spend that time figuring out those chords rather than just saying, oh, I saw the chords, let me just play them. That's why I spent that time doing it today. Some of those chords are 4 fingers, and just like this finger was getting in the way of that because I didn't have room to stretch, whatever. So I said if I just play 3, it's probably good enough. So that's what I was doing. Wanted to get through that chord progression. Just it's recognizable. It's nice to have that by the end of the first day, so I wanted to do that. So that is that. Anything else? No, but I don't think so. Hope you like that, Lala. And it should just be getting better and better, hopefully. And looking forward to playing this for you in person, though it is only 5 minutes a day that I can play it for you. So hopefully I'll have more of the piece under my belt by then. Thank you everyone who joined. Hope to see you all again tomorrow, hopefully regular time, 7:40 a.m. Eastern time. A reminder that there is a link in the description section should you wish to be like Lala and make a song request. The list of songs is in that link. Wishing you all a great day and a great week. And as always, until next time and beyond, keep practicing.